All right. So, in the next couple of days, we're going to be finding out about what's going to be happening for year 2 for Mortal Kombat 1. And I just wanted to know what you guys actually think. Is it actually going to save the game? Are they actually going to, properly listen? And I don't mean listen like buffing cameos. So, like the 5 people that think doing a gigantic 600 combo on Twitter means that you're somehow this elite, wonderful person. I'm talking about the actual overall state of Mortal Kombat. Are we actually going to get more game modes? Are we going to get really great DLC characters? Are we going to get more stages? Are we going to get stage fatalities? Are we going to get things like being able to choose our palettes, colors and gear perhaps, on the actual character select screen instead of having this randomized shit that we do, which makes it feel like a mobile game? Are we going to get some sort of like, redoing entirely of Invasion? Or having it scrapped or something like that? I don't know. I don't think they'll scrap it. I think they're too far gone with it. But, it's just ridiculous, right? And are we going to get more story? Like decent story? Okay? Because multiverse stuff is lazy writing. Right? Just going, oh, well, we can just pull this character from here and gender bend this one and do this and do that. That's very, very lazy. Don't like it. I never liked it at all. Again, overall, I liked the story for Mortal Kombat 1. No, it wasn't bad, right? But I did find, though, that like once we got to that sort of, jumping the shark moment of it being multiverse, and then they literally pulled an Armageddon 2.0 where, when you're looking at the roster, like you got all the characters there and then it pulls up the character select screen for you to choose your character to do the final mission, right? All the characters that are out in front of you, they're all just like, they're all the same but different variations of them. And there's only a few tiny handful of those variations. We didn't get, what should have been all the characters, right? But again, it was just lazy. So there's a lot that they need to do to try and, win people back. Now, we'll find out, I have no doubt, that we'll get, sort of whether or not the leaks over the last year or two, the last year have been true, like some of the leaks coming out about, whether or not the expansion is going to have these characters or this type of storyline. I don't know. There's that thing about it being around, like, was it Scorpion's wedding or something like that? Bai Liang's wedding or whatever? I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. They've just, this is, I think, the last hurrah. Now, I did a video covering, with Sonic Fox talking about saying Mortal Kombat is the best, fighting game out there. Delusional, right? And then that sort of delusion doesn't help the game at all. That's just, you're just sugarcoating stuff because you're only thinking about your selfish needs, right? I want Mortal Kombat to dominate again. I want Mortal Kombat to stop being a fucking joke. I want Mortal Kombat to capture the entire Mortal Kombat audience again, whether it be your favorite characters, whether it be story, whether it be stages, whether it be game modes. It doesn't matter. Like, the whole package needs to be so great that it will want to encourage people to recommend it to their friends and play it more and get more invested into it, right? That's why you should never take an Only Pro seriously, because their job is literally to make money out of it. What I care about is whether or not this franchise moving forward actually has a future. And I am worried, very worried, So again, we'll find out in a couple of days. I think it's about 7 a.m. in the morning. I think I'm going to find out. I think when it starts, give or take. And I will be streaming it because I'm assuming it will be live, because what's the point in advertising the time online if, obviously people are going to go and sit there, sure. But I think they should be streaming it online as well. I'm assuming they will. Because, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to try and get people excited for the next phase of your game? But they really have to do a lot of groundwork. They have to do a lot of, sucking up to the MK community and make a lot of sort of, changes Even things like the background with the two dragons making out, like, they need to do things like, can you change that background to any other stage? You know, are they going to have a different background now? You know, when they bring out the expansion, maybe it's all dark and lightning and thunderstorm, and the dragons are actually broken. You know, can we have it so random characters walk out and fight? You know, just to make it a little bit more visually interesting. Are we going to get some information about the warrior shrine? You know, like, there's so much that we need to know, or not so much, to know, but also to be sort of being told, yes, we are listening, right? Because this game has been a colossal failure. The name itself sells a lot, sure. But I've said this before, if it doesn't retain the players, it doesn't matter. People are going to buy it and they're going to be like, nah. And then, you know, they may come back, you know, depending on the character, you know, throughout the combat pack. But why should they stick around? What about Mortal Kombat makes it so great? And it doesn't really. Not overly. Okay. So I think it's very, very important that, you know, Ed Boon and whoever else is going to be in that stage absolutely knock it out of the park. They have to knock it out of the park, right? And I don't know. I mean, it depends really. You know, they might showcase whether or not we're getting new skins. Hopefully they'll talk about the story DLC, obviously, but also the combat pack too. And just, you know, see what happens with that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I am worried. I am definitely worried because I don't know. I just got a feeling. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think, you know, about this. Is it going to be saved or not? And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.
Okay, number 1 and 2, source 30